Aloha everybody and welcome to part 5 of Mega Man ZX Advent, and now we're at the oil field to find the crashed airship. Hey, are you okay?
Help me. Our airship is under attack by something nasty. It intends to massacre us all.
A massacre?
This is Master Thomas. It seems you've arrived at the crash site. That entire area is an underground resource mining facility. If that airship explodes, it will trigger the entire facility to detonate.
He means we're gonna be blown away! Come on, let's get out of here! The airship is this way, right? I don't get it! Those guys are all raiders! Are you sure you want to help those guys? Technically, they're your enemies, right? It doesn't matter who they are. This is the story of my life. I don't want to live my life with regrets. I shouldn't need a reason to save lives. Okay, if you feel that strongly about it. You want me to go with you, right? Well, let's go, Ash.
If the airship is destroyed, you won't be able to recover any of its parts. Anyway, you have to prevent the worst from happening. Hurry, Ash!
I do find it kind of interesting that Model A is very out for itself, not pretty selfish, doesn't actually want to help people, and, you know, they're raiders! They pillage and steal from people, they're jerks, you should just let them die, whatever. Let the airship explode, but... Ash, she's a noble hero, she may be a hunter who loves finding booty, but, she ain't gonna sit by while people get killed for no reason, you know. Which I appreciate, and, yeah, Model A, if you've already taken guesses, kind of modeled after Axel, although they do give a precise backstory to Model A, and they do explain what he's named after, and what he's named after isn't Axel. But it's pretty much Axel, let's be real. I mean, Axel's a character introduced in Mega Man X7, and he was also in X8 and X Command Mission. He has kind of the same color scheme as Model A, and his whole gimmick was that he could turn into other Reploids. He could turn into Mavericks, he could turn into his friend Red. No, Red! You're coming with us! X7 had such bad voice acting. Oh, and by the way, ZX Advent shares a lot of voice acting with X7. The guy who plays Gray, the other character we could play in this game, is also the voice of X in X7, so, a little bit of similar voice acting here, but either way. A giant dick! You know, this isn't the last time Inti Creates had a character with a giant pink dick, by the way. Azure Striker Gunvolt, there's a character named Zonda, look him up. Either way, folks, now we have a mini-boss. This guy looks kind of familiar because this was actually the intro boss of the first ZX game, although there's a little bit of a different gimmick here now that he's uphill here in the desert, and he shoots fire, and he shoots all this oil that actually makes it hard for you to jump. And when it's hard for you to jump, fireballs can hit you and damage you, and there's not much you can do about it. So every time he sticks this sticky stuff onto you, you want to dash a lot in order to get it off. That way you can jump better, and that way you can dodge fireballs like that. The spinning fire wheel is generally what he shoots. Sometimes he head pounds into the ground, and you don't want to be like on the hill when he does that, but I stay there the entire time, so it doesn't matter. And occasionally he'll send the fire wheel thing to go in the middle, and it sort of stays in the middle for a little bit, and then the flames extend outwards as they spin. So as you saw at the very end, I dodged it by waiting for the fireball to show up above my head, and then I dashed through. Not too hard to dodge, but very easy fight with Ash. Gray does not have a bouncing laser, so you actually have to get up close and use your homing shot a lot more, because the head is so high, and you can't destroy the snake by attacking the body. In many ways, Ash has a big advantage over Gray, but I do think Gray's extra abilities are a little bit better than Ash's, if I'm perfectly honest, but, anyway, there's a whole bunch of hostages in here, and we have to power up the airship, so we have an electric Pseudoroid in the form of Rospark, and that's why you use his vines and his pedal shots to electrify the generators. And now everything's back online, which means all the doors are open, which means we can save all the hostages. Hey, buddy. Oh, finally it opened! Thank you! No problem. But yeah, we can't go to the boss room until we save all the hostages. That's why we're doing this. Who are you? Are you gonna hurt me? Please, no! Oh, come on. Haven't you seen a girl in crazy robot armor before? Come on. Let's see what's down here. It's... oh, cave-in. Okay, nothing in here. Shoot, 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 kill! There we go. And I can't pick up those power-ups. And then they fade away during the text box, and you have to wait for this guy to walk out the building. So it's like, if he drops like a free man, like a 1-up, you can't pick it up, and then you're like, ah, no, ZX Advent, why are you doing this to me? Anyway, this room I don't need to take care of, but I'm just going to take care of it anyway. And there's a data disk in here, so why not? Why not take advantage? Even though this isn't a 100% data disk run, but, you know. I'm a complicated guy. I'm a complicated guy. Thank you! I'll never forget this! Alrighty, folks, now it's time to take on a boss, and this is going to be a familiar boss if you've played the first ZX. So, those raiders escaped through here. Every last one of you will become nourishment for Model W. Oh boy, it's Atlas, the Flame Mega Man, so we're going to be fighting Fafnir.
Wait! So you managed to stay alive, Mega Man Model A. Don't tell me you're here to help the raiders. They're not even your allies. This is also part of what hunters do. Heroes show up just in time. Huh. You get some Mega Man power, and all of a sudden you think you're a hero. The history of the world, the history of the war. And now the strongest of those, who evolved as a product of war, remain. A newly crowned king of Mega Men will soon spawn a new evolution. Mega Man's power is the strength to fight. Those without strength don't evolve.
So you feed them to Model W? I'd say that's pretty barbaric progress.
What would you know? You can't even comprehend your own power. If I'm the one that's wrong, try and beat me. Mega Merge!
Okay, folks, so now we're taking on Atlas, who the voice might fool you, because, you know, she's pretty androgynous, but this is actually a girl character, by the way. But, anywho, this is fighting Fafnir. We never had to fight Fafnir in ZX. We kind of had to fight Fafnir in, like, the Zero games and stuff, but this is actually how the biometal operates. He can aim and curve his bullets, but luckily there's a big pathway that tells you where it's going. Anytime Atlas is on the top shelf and she drops down to shoot at you, she's going to shoot a pellet just low enough that it'll hit your head, so you have to dash out of the way in order to dodge it. And it's always a good idea to hop onto the top shelf anytime she's about to start doing things. This bomb attack is very predictable, because, like, she'll shoot as soon as she gets to the top shelf, but, like, you have plenty of time to get back down there, because the bomb will explode by then.
Aren't you going to finish me off? Very well, I yield to you. As long as your opponent is still alive, the game of destiny isn't over. One day you'll regret not finishing me off.
We can copy biometals, too.
What's happening? Model 8!
Extracting from code AW15 to CE70, expanding report data. Congratulations! The Model A which I created is protected by a cipher that is broken only in battle. You, who broke the first cipher, are worthy to know its truth and its power. Through my research of the lost technology, I have created a key to unlock the door to a new evolution. Biometal Model W. He who holds it will hold the power to rule the world, but it will take much time before people will finally appreciate my work. Sacrifices are necessary to awaken Model W. Model Ws which I have hidden throughout the world are waiting to be awakened, waiting for when the one who understands my work appears to receive the power.
happened to me? Was that the data recorded on me that those sage guys were talking about? The data on the one who made Model W? And me? Are you okay, Model A? We better go help the others.
What? Who in the heck are you? This shield is made of ceratanium. Your attacks are completely useless against it. So why don't you save yourself the trouble? Go home!
All this talk is starting to get really old. Yo, morph into that Atlas lady, and let's hit him hard with a charge attack. Say goodbye to that precious shield of yours. So now we can morph into Model F, and if you charge up his attack, boom.
Whoa! But please, don't hurt me!
I thought so. Just a bunch of wusses. Morph back and let's set the record straight.
You saved our lives. Thanks a lot, sis.
Drop the sis, would you? I want to use your airship for the parts to repair our train.
Ha! It's already been taken care of. I just sent some of our guys to Hunter's Camp to do the repairs. We were all impressed with your strength and courage. We're gonna clean up our act and work with you as honest-to-goodness bounty hunters.
It looks like you have a follower. It's not a bad feeling to be appreciated.
The repairs should almost be finished. Go back to the camp and have a look. I hope you find out something at Legion, sis.
Me too, crazy raider. Either way, folks, we now have... No, not that. I hit the wrong touchscreen, but now we have Model F. We have Fighting Fafnir, or more accurately, Atlas, because we actually turn into Atlas herself as well, because that's just how Model A works. And just like the first ZX game, you can actually set it so that the bullets travel in a certain direction. They only have like 5 moves, but you can have it go like up, right, you can have it go up, right, down, right, if you want. Whatever you want to configure for at least 5 steps, right? And just like the first game, I'm going to have one shooting straight, and I'm going to have one shooting straight, and then it goes directly upwards, because I like that whole setup. It's great for maneuvering most enemies. You can also shoot directly to the ceiling. You can also charge up a little bit to smash all kinds of breakable blocks and stuff. And with Ash, we actually have the ability to lay a whole bunch of bombs everywhere, and you can just place them down, you can shoot them straight ahead, and if you just hold up, you can actually shoot a bomb up to the ceiling. So you have some explosive devices as well. Keep in mind, this all takes up biometal energy, and biometal energy shares the same energy bar with every single transformation in the game. Like, if you decide to do Buckfire's Blades attack, if you decide to do Chronoforce's Time Stop ability, and then you decide to be fighting Fafnir, Model F, you're probably going to be low on energy because you were spending all your time with the other powers, and you won't be able to shoot out bombs as quickly as you'd like. But you can increase your biometal energy bar, and that's actually why I'm going to go to Section 2 of the oil field before I go back to the train at Hunter's Camp. I activated this warp point for a reason, right? So you go down here, and there's this pipe that looks pretty cracked. I love killing those enemies, by the way. I love fighting those enemies as Model F. You crack these pipes, and actually, the first pipe could be destroyed by Buckfire, but you can't destroy the second one because Buckfire can't fit in that little hallway. Like, he's too tall for it, he can't slide inside, and there's no way to actually destroy anything in that little pipe. So you need a Model F in order to destroy that. And in this lower section, there's a body chip, as well as a biometal upgrade. God, I love fighting those things! I just love that those enemies, the biker enemies, they always drive up to you, and then they jump as soon as they reach you. So you can actually just, like, not shoot them and just wait for them to jump and dash under them if you want. But then as soon as they jump over me, I shoot above with Fafnir because he can do that. She can do that. Well, Fafnir was a guy, but, you know. And it's fantastic. But either way, this thing on the right here, that is a biometal upgrade. Your green energy bar goes up a little when you pick it up. Because you may have noticed, unlike the first ZX game, we don't have level 4 victories. I don't have to worry about hitting weak points this time around, which is something I did in the first playthrough. I wanted level 4 victories so that I didn't have to spend money upgrading the biometals, but, you know. Hey, I'm Antonio! Hi, Antonio. Can I ask you to do something for me? I lost a wrench somewhere in this room. Would you help me look for it? I'll hook you up later. This minigame kind of expects that you're going to be using Model P, because Model P can actually grab all the orange ledges here in a way that the other characters can't. But luckily, if I have Chrono Force's time stop and Buckfire's ability to jump super, super high, I don't need Model P. And a lot of people might think this is actually impossible without Model P, but no, you can do this with Chrono Force and Buckfire, who you will definitely have by the time you reach this area. So I climb these platforms, I lunge right upwards, and boom, there's the wrench. I don't know how the hell he got the wrench up here. That was one hell of a throw. But you use time stop to slow the platform so you don't run into the spikes, and then you just dive upwards with Buckfire. And now we got the Featherweight body chip. Booyah! But listen, if I give you this, you can't tell anyone that I lost my wrench. I don't even know how you got it up there, dude. Were you just having a good day and then you just decided to throw it above your head and it somehow ended up that high? Why the hell are there spikes everywhere anyway? But I digress. This allows movement on surfaces that would normally sink or crumble underfoot. So we actually crushed a pipe earlier in this level. Now if we go to stand on that pipe, it won't fall apart. This even includes the Tower of Verder's crumbling pillar that we need to climb in order to reach the life up. That thing won't fall apart either, now that we have the Featherweight upgrade equipped. So we don't need to worry about things falling apart on us, which is always swell. Oh, I love Model F. Model F is one of my favorite biometals, and it's just as useful as it was in the first game. Anyway, I'm heading to Hunter's Camp, and when I get back in Part 6, we'll be there to go to Legion and to check out more of the base. Till then.